We're standing here in Hout Bay in the Western Cape, and I'm with Moeng, who's the convener of Brand Summit Africa. Solly, 2020 sees you host the third event of Brand Summit Africa, and you've moved it from South Africa to the Pan-African space. Please tell us about that transition.
Well, this is very exciting for me, Shado, because people have been making the call right from the time we started in 2018 that these conversations that we're having should not just be limited to one country. We should be talking about the continent, because all of the issues that we're discussing cover the whole continent.
I wonder then what kind of conversations will be had, because Africa is huge and we may have similar interests, but we may differ a bit. So how do you handpick what to put on the agenda?
Well, at the back of it is the whole discussion about integrated economic development for Africa. So what are the key issues there? And I thought maybe let's look at education. What kind of skills of the future do you need? And then let's look at the agrarian economy, the entire food value chain space. You know, I don't know if you know this, but Africa is still a net importer of food crops. This is not good. How do we turn Africa into a net exporter of food crops? What kind of skills do we need for the future? What kind of technology in the future? How do we get young South Africans and young Africans to be involved in agriculture and growing food so that Africa is a little more self-sustaining?
Is this an African conversation only, or does it involve other countries?
Well, not because we live in a very connected world where humans move around, funds move around, ideas move around, technology moves around. So we've invited the city of Yekaterinburg in Russia and the city of Espoo in Finland, and they've both accepted the invitation. They will send delegations to the summit.
The presenter of the keynote address is going to be a very important person then.
Shado, this is also something I'm really excited about. As you know, we had Chief Justice Moeng speaking last year. We had Auditor General Kimi Makweto, who spoke in 2019. And next year, because we're going Pan-African, we decided to invite the one and only Professor Patrick Lumumba from Kenya. He's a very well-known Africanist, Pan-Africanist, who speaks very well on issues of leadership in Africa.
I'm happy to hear that there's a possibility of being happy on the continent. But I also want to know then if you are engaging organizations like the United Nations.
Yes, definitely. Look, we had in 2019 the presence of a representative from the United Nations Program for African Economic Development. So they have confirmed that they will return in 2019. They've also introduced us to other people within the UN, including the UNDP and another program based in South Africa. So they have confirmed that we'll be on the program. They are very much interested in African integrated development, and they're also very concerned about the issues, perceptions about Africa. How do we deal with perceptions so that we can unlock economic development?
Wow, Solly, I hope we can do this for Africa, hey? It is time. Folks, I think let's get together and do this for Africa. Come and be part of this conversation. It's about time.